Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you all know, I'm Glory NG. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be transforming my gorgeous kid sister of Catchy's Couture. So firstly, what you see me do earlier was spray my rose water on her face. You always know the first things first, you need to wipe off your face, clean it, make sure it is very clean to accept your makeup. Then I went into my rose water. I went in with my moisturizer. That's what you see me putting into my skin properly. Now I'm going into my primer. The primer I'm using is from Rimmel Stay Matte. It's a hydrating primer and it's really good for both combination skin and dry skin. It's also good for oily skin though, but it depends on the intensity. It might need a backup when you use it on a very oily skin. So I'm just applying it in the areas where she's prone to sweating because she doesn't have an oily skin. So I'm just applying it her T-zones and the other parts of her face except the under of her eyes. We need to leave that part moisturized. So I use the Super Stay foundation in 370 and 362. Yeah, so I applied on her face, sprayed a little bit of my Kiss Beauty setting spray, blended with my Beauty Line by DD Beauty blender. So I went further to contour her face, her nose, her cheekbone, the hollows of her head. You know the drill, guys. So I'm just blending everything in so there are no harsh lines. For contouring, I use the Maybelline Super Stay in 375. Yeah, so I'm just going into my liquid blush. I used my lip palette for the liquid blush and I'm using the pink shade for her blush. So I did it on both the right and the left side. After applying with my brush, I also used my beauty blender to make it sit in properly and sit in well. So guys, if you're still watching this video, it means you're enjoying it, so stay tuned to the end. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, and so much love from me to you. You guys are the best. You're my favorite. If you're stopping by for the first time, I love you. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and also turn on the notification because I'll be dropping more videos soon. So now I'm going into highlighting her face and I'm using the ZKL concealers in caramel and in cafe. I'm using caramel for her concealer shade and I'm using cafe on the outer part just for it to blend smoothly into her skin to avoid any harsh or to avoid any lines. Yeah, that's what you see me doing. So just watch me blend as I blend everything out. So guys, you see me blending in a pressing in motion, like dabbing in the concealer, the product into her face, just so everything melts in properly. Yeah, so blending, and like I said, I blend usually from the jaw, the forehead, the nose. I leave the under eye to be last because I always want my concealer under the eye to become a bit tacky before I blend that off so it can give a fuller and a better coverage. Yeah, so I'm just blending. So make sure you tell your client to look upward just to make blending the under eye a bit easier for you to do and to achieve a flawless look. So guys, if you're still watching, I hope you're learning one or two. I really appreciate. Don't forget to watch to the end and hit the subscribe button, guys. Very important. So now I'm setting in my concealers with my Younger Beauty setting powder. I'm using the translucent shade to do this setting. I'm just setting in the concealers on the under eye, on the part I highlighted. I'm using the Younger Beauty setting powder to do the setting. Okay, I quickly had to add some concealers under her eye because I noticed that place became a bit patchy and tacky, so I had to add a little bit of concealer to cover it properly here. So after that, I blend, and I set with my setting powder. Okay, one thing about the setting powder, I've noticed that it's a very smooth and consistent setting powder, and the good thing about it that it doesn't give flashbacks to your pictures or to your video. Yeah, so I'm done setting, so I'm going in with my powder. I'm using the V Beauty powder palette to set the rest of her face, to set her contour and the other part of her face. So further, I'm going to be baking her face with the RCMA no color setting powder. So I'm snatching her nose with the powder, and I'm baking the under of her eyes with the RCMA no color setting powder. Yes, so don't forget, guys, the under of her eyes, the jaw, her forehead, all the parts you highlighted, that's where you're setting, or that's where you're baking. Basically, some persons don't really bake everywhere, but baking gives you a more defined or a more pronounced activity on the face. Whatever you have done probably with your concealer, your foundation and everything, when you bake it, it gives it a more pronounced definition. So yes, guys, I'm going to her brows, and I'm using my Beauty Line by Didi brow tints just to arrange her brow hairs and tint it a little bit. Then I'm going in further with my Davis pencil. The Davis pencil is a pencil that it has stood the test of time. It's still, let me use the word, it's still in vogue till now. It has not left, or it has not gone outdated. So I'm using the Davis pencil in the shade 23 to draw her brows. And one thing you should know, guys, brushing of the brows is not, it doesn't get too much, so you keep brushing. Brushing helps you to arrange the hair, adjust the hair, take off the excess of your pencil or your crayon shade, your pencil shade. It just helps you to make the brows look as natural as it gets. So watch me do her brows. Guys, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, I wanted to mention this. The day I was filming this tutorial with my sister, she was supposed to catch her train from Abuja to Kaduna, so I had to be as fast as possible. Wow, it was hectic. I had to be very, very, very fast with everything I was doing. If you notice, guys, at some point I had to be checking my wristwatch just so she doesn't miss her train. So I'm highlighting her brows with the Zekel Cafe. It's a concealer, so I'm just highlighting her brows. Usually I use a lighter shade for the brow bones, then her skin shade for the outer part of her brows, then a darker shade for the inner corners of her eyes, just so it blends in with the contour. Yes, guys. So but sometimes I usually get lazy to do that, so I just use a lighter shade for her brow bones. Then I use the foundation for the edge, and just to blend it into her eyeballs, I just use her foundation. Then I use my powder to set it and make it look good. So I'm done with the two brows here. So now I'm going in with my black under eye pencil, and this pencil is from Mirac Cosmetics. Life of Beauty is the is a co-owner of Mehron Cosmetics, and Lifa is one of the persons I look up to so much. I love her. I like her work. I like everything she does as a makeup artist and as a YouTuber. Yes, so I just used the pencil to line the inner corners of her eyes, her waterline. So I'm going in through her lips. Guys, like I said, I had to hurry on this makeup, so I didn't really do something serious on her eyeshadow. Like, if I remember, I only just applied a brown powder on her eyeshadow. Yeah, then I applied a lighter color on the eye, just to give the eye a little bit of pop-up. So I went into her lips, and for her lips I used the Younger Beauty brown in choco, and I used the Classic Makeup USA in stone. Yes, I'm just blending and blending in the lips just to make it look yummy. Yeah, you see me, I just checked the time just to be sure I'm still on track. Yeah, so my stubborn little sister of Catches Couture, Catches Empire, she always emphasizes that, please, Glowy Angel, whenever you're doing my makeup, I want a nude lips. I don't want anything in color, blah 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 and blah. So I had to satisfy her, so I had to give her a nude lips. Yeah, so I just added a little bit of white lip stain at the middle to give it a sweet, cute ombre look. Yeah, so I'm blending that into the nude pink shade I used. Yeah, so blend and blend. So I use my classic transparent gloss to top up the lip stain, just to make it a glossy baby. Yeah. So usually I'm supposed to use the bottom of a brush, of a very tiny precise brush, to apply the lip gloss, but like I said, because I was in a hurry, I just had to make do whatever was easily accessible. So yeah, I'm just applying her blush from my Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette. There's a really lovely pink shade there that I used for blush. Yes, so going to the finish point, I'm using my Ferrero All Nighter Setting Spray. I love this spray. Thanks to Lifa Beauty. She recommended it on one of her tutorial, and I had to buy it, and from then I'm a lover of the spray. Yeah, your makeup is going nowhere, no freaking where. So yeah, I'm just giving her highlights using the Urban Beauty Loose highlights in the shade Man. So yeah, the higher region of her chin, her jaw, her nose, but I'm using a precise brush for her nose highlights here and her forehead, then a little bit on the highlighted part of her brow bones. So guys, we have come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you liked it. Here is the finished look of this gorgeous damsel. Thanks, little sister Omo. It was hectic with her, but I love you, and I love you, my viewers. Thank you. See you soon.